Britt calls Sidwell for help. Alexis tells Danny not to confess. And Emma and Gayo turn to Sonny for help. Read the last GH recap. Dalton caught Rocco breaking into his lab and demanded Laura have him arrested. And Ned needed bypass surgery. At Bobby's, Charlotte and Danny tell Britt and Jason that Dalton caught Rocco. Britt drives her off to see her mom. Danny tells Jason what happened and knows it was stupid. Jason asks who came up with this plan. Laura is shocked as Dalton drags Rocco into the debate hall, declaring he wants him arrested for breaking into his lab. The mayor forces him to let Rocco go and forbids Ezra from having him arrested. Dalton explains he caught Rocco in his lab with no permission. Get updates on the latest posts and more from soapspoilers.com straight to your inbox. We use your personal data for interest-based advertising, as outlined in our privacy notice. The police come over and Laura tells them that Dalton assaulted a minor. Ezra suggests they search Rocco for the key fob to show he broke in deliberately. Rocco turns out his pockets, key fob is there. Rocco is arrested and Laura insists on leaving with him. Dante drops by GH and Lulu fills him in on the situation with Ned and where everyone is. Emma tells him that Gio did CPR and saved Ned's life. Dante is proud of him. Donna and Gio walk off and talk about the lab break-in. She says his grandfather is more important tonight. Dante and Lulu talk about how he's handling his new job. Charlotte shows up and announces Rocco was grabbed when they broke into the lab. Emma and Gio freak out and start blaming themselves. Gio says it will be okay. He knows what to do. Britt calls Sidwell after finding her key fob gone. She informs him that Dalton caught Rocco in the lab and wants him arrested. She asks him to call Dalton off. He's furious. A child got access to the lab. Britt tells him to rein Dalton in and make this go away. Subscribe to Soap Spoilers newsletter. Ethan is disoriented as he settles in at the PC. Chase introduces himself and smiles when Nathan announces he's his new partner. They chat and Nathan assures him he's passed all the psych tests. Chase catches him up on Judge Heron's death and explains they may both have a conflict of interest since Willow is Chase's ex and Nathan's niece. Rocco and the family arrive. He's brought into the interrogation room with Lulu following him. Laura assures Dante he can handle this. He fills her in on Danny and Charlotte being involved. He's sure this will be bad for her. Nathan uncuffs Rocco in the interrogation room and leaves him with Lulu. He tells his mom he was trying to do the right thing. Rocco explains that they broke in to save animals, but there were no animals. Dalton caught him. Lulu says they will have a long conversation about this when he gets out. Rocco knows this is bad and hates Laura missing her debate because of him. His mom tells him he needs to learn to think things through. Nathan catches Britt poking around and tells her she needs to leave. Dante has Rocco released. He has to face court in the morning. Lulu tells her son he messed up, but they will recover. He apologizes to Laura for making her miss day debate and hopes it doesn't cost her the election. Dalton meets Sidwell at GH. He orders Dalton to let this go away, otherwise he will draw police attention to the lab. Dalton is determined to make Rocco pay after the way Laura humiliated him. Molly visits her mom and announces she won't be facing her in court. Turner agreed to take her off Willow's case. Her mom is sure a high-profile case like that could have been good for her career. Molly is enjoying a little peace. She talks about how close she is to her dad now and how great he seems. It's like his priorities have shifted. Maybe the time he spent with those crazy people in the woods will turn out to be a good thing. Alexis is happy. They are spending time together. Molly can see she's making an effort, and that means a lot. Her mom worries things could be a little too good to be true. When Molly leaves, Jason shows up with Danny and fills Alexis in on the break-in. Danny wonders if he should turn himself in. Alexis says that will only make things worse, and Drew will have him thrown in prison. Sonny is surprised when Rick shows up at his place and tells him he wants to be his lawyer. Sonny would trust the Grim Reaper before he would trust him. Besides, he has Diane. Rick says Diane is compromised because of her connection to Alexis and Marco. He knows they hate each other, but they are family and he doesn't want their bad blood to be a strain on their daughters. Sonny says all he does is double-cross him. Rick claims he's had a life-altering experience. The lawyer explains he has a way for him to keep his peers, no matter what happens with Measure C. He can make a case against eminent domain and that should prove he wants peace. Sonny would like to believe him. Rick is sure this is what their mom would want. He wants to be done with hating him. Once Rick leaves, Gio and Emma show up and announce Rocco is in trouble because of them. They wanted to prove Dalton was testing on animals. Sonny urges them not to go to the police. They need to leave Rocco to the lawyers. Rick wanders into Bobby's and finds Molly typing. She tells him she's working on her book. Cody rescuing him finally gave her a handle on it. She's decided the flawed guy is more interesting than the dark and brooding one and is making her heroine fall for him.